Could BlackRock be getting ready to file for an XRP ETF? Well, that's what we're going to address, guys, in the video. Even though that Larry Fink, and a lot of the people at BlackRock have basically dismissed all of these rumors, basically saying that, nope, we're good with Bitcoin and Ethereum. There is growing chatter and growing, sentiment around the fact that BlackRock could be getting closer and closer to unlocking some of these other assets outside of Bitcoin, Ethereum to their institutional clients, despite the fact that the asset management behemoth previously had dismissed the idea of touching other altcoins. I think they're waiting on the doors to be completely unlocked when it comes to regulation. When we get the Genius Act and the stablecoin bill through, I think then the attention and focus is going to shift toward everything else. And this is where I think we'll see a lot more ETFs. So XRP definitely within that mix, right? You've got Solana, you've got XRP, Cardano, some of the ones I think right at the top. Litecoin is another dark horse in my opinion, HBAR. But in a recent post, prominent ETF analyst Nate Geraci wondered whether XRP or Solana ETFs would get batch approved with other applications. And Nate, alongside Eric Balkunis, all these guys have been in the news quite a bit ever since ETFs went live, and they've got a pretty good pulse on what's going on. So he said this: I don't think they should wait for the next few big coins. If BlackRock files for spot Solana and XRP ETFs on Monday, do you think they should be batch approved with everyone else? And what he's getting at here is a lot of these other smaller companies have already, basically put their name in the hat. Bitwise, Canary Capital, 21 Shares, Franklin Templeton. But if BlackRock suddenly reverses course and filed for an XRP ETF, this could shake everything up. And the current race that's on to get these ETFs already has plenty of participants, like the ones we just rattled off. But Geraci predicted BlackRock and Fidelity could join the ETF race, and this could get us over the edge, right? If these two giants came in, I don't think we'd be waiting too much longer for more ETFs to come in the crypto space. And they could be basket ETFs, right? I could see like an ETF where the likes of Chainlink and Avalanche are in there with Solana and Cardano, etc. But as of now, there's no indication that these firms are ready to do it. There's no clear indication that they're ready to come up with their S1 filings. But I think as the picture gets clearer over time here, and we look into the back half of 2025, this is where I think you're going to see the likes of Fidelity and BlackRock come and dominate the space like they're doing with Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? We're just a little bit further behind when it comes to everything else. But as reported, earlier yesterday, VanEck recently sent a letter to the SEC, and they were voicing their frustration essentially with how everything has been handled, how it was effectively pushed to the sidelines by bigger players like BlackRock and Fidelity. VanEck is pretty pissed. They believe that this kind of favoritism actually has undermined innovation within the ETF space. But together with smaller ETF issuers, VanEck has urged the SEC to basically reinstate a first-to-file system, right? So whoever's first to file, they should get approved first. And why a firm like VanEck wants this is because they know once BlackRock and Fidelity come to the table, they can't compete. They know that they have all the institutional clients, but in the meantime, they could take advantage of, let's say, an XRP or Solana ETF while the big dogs wait. So as of now, the XRP approval odds seem to be exceptionally high. I don't think it's a matter of if, it's more a matter of when, right? That's kind of where I think we're clearly at right now. And that's what Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of XRP, has talked about too. He thinks the latter half of 2025, once we get stable coins kind of clearly given a path forward, once we have more clarity in the overall space, things are set in stone. Once we have Paul Atkins, the new SEC chair, really kind of, fully adopting crypto and putting a full plan together, this is where I think we'll see a lot of these products for XRP, Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, Chainlink. I think they're going to be approved at some point in late 2025. And this isn't just me like spewing stuff. Like Bloomberg a huge firm, obviously, they too think that late 2025 is a pretty good timeline. However, there is a small chance that, you know, these type of products could get greenlit as early as July, but I'm looking more at the back half of 2025. And I do think BlackRock will file an XRP ETF at some point. And when they do, they're going to capture most of the market like they've done with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and it's going to be tremendous for XRP. I think there's more pent up interest right now and demand for XRP than an Ethereum ETF. That's just my sentiment overall, just kind of what I'm looking at in terms of how much I know with the interest level that lies with XRP right now. So it's going to be interesting and fascinating to watch this all play out, guys. We'll be here for you. You know, a lot of the people who are interested in this type of content, they forget to subscribe to the channel. It really does mean a lot to me, guys. Over 50% people watch me regularly, but they don't subscribe. I just want to let you guys know I've been on this journey for almost 5 years, making videos every single day, constantly evolving, constantly learning as we go, and really would love to have you guys on this journey with me as we continue to kind of navigate the crypto space and do our part to get it mainstream, to get it in front of people. So you guys can help me out a lot by, you know, obviously subscribing to the channel, telling people about the content and crypto. We all have a role to play here in terms of mass adoption. And it's crazy. I've seen crypto grow from 2 to 3% global adoption to 7 just in my time here in crypto. And I know we're going to get much bigger in terms of widespread adoption. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with me here on the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.